Hello everybody, welcome to my weird and wonderful world, and this is basically just a random ramble video where I'm going to talk about a couple little things that I feel like I feel like talking about. I There's a couple things I want to touch upon, but yeah, I just have a couple things I kind of want to talk about. Some things concerning my channel, and other things just I was thinking about on the top of my head, and you'll see as I go along. Now, the first thing is I've been looking at the votes for my album cover wars. Which band, like in my out of the 8 that I had chosen, which one is going to be the ultimate winner? And right now, it's between Rush and Tool. Okay, and it's neck and neck. It's 50-50. There's 4 votes, 2 for Tool, 2 for Rush. So it's like, now it it's not up to me. Again, I'm not the one who decides. It's the votes that's going to be deciding. And right now it's 50. It is right down the line, 50-50. I know. Yeah, I know people are pretty split on that one. So there's still a few more days to go. I hope more people will vote and shift it. Now, personally, okay, my, again, like I said, my vote does not count. So personally, I want Tool to win. Okay, I'm kind of like antsy a bit about seeing Rush win. And I mean, if they win, they deserve to win because, they do have great album covers too, okay? But I still, yeah, to me, those Tool album covers, it's just like they blow me away. There's so much innovation, and I mean, they have a they have Alex Gray doing some of their album artwork. They put time and effort into creating a whole package that functions, that has a function to it. It's not just to look at. It's something, it's something to, a little bit more brainiac than, I mean, as much as I love the Rush album covers, no, Tool for me personally deserves to win. So that's my first little point that I kind of want to bring up on this little thing that is neck and neck right now. But if Rush does win it and Rush goes up against the Iron Maiden, then okay. But I'm still I'm rooting for Tool. I'll be a little disappointed, but I'll allow it. Like, I'm not gonna fudge the numbers or whatever to get my band to win, just because they're my favorite band. But still, I think they still have the better covers. All right, moving on. Now, a couple of things I wanna touch upon, and I've been thinking a bit about this lately, and of course, before I begin saying what I need to say about this subject, I want to stress that I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not trying to or wanting to offend anybody, and my what I might be saying is not in any way, shape, or form reflecting negatively on any individual or person out there. I love people. I'm just kind of generalizing a certain viewpoint on. Okay, what I want to talk is the generations. I am a Gen X. I am a Generation X. I am a very typical Gen X. The things that I'm into, the things that I like, I relate way more to other Gen Xers now, like nowadays, than I ever have in the past. Like my fellow Gen Xers in the 90s, like the late 90s and most of the 2000s, was just kind of I didn't want to be associated my generation. I always liked the younger generation, the slightly younger. I always got along with millennials, you know, and I find the Gen Zs there are pretty interesting. I don't dislike them. I don't dislike them. I just kind of shake my head at them a little bit. It's like, if you only understood, you know, the real rather than the synthetic that you've been kind of brought up on. And then there's this new generation, the Generation Alpha, which like, you're coming into a world where we have artificial intelligence that's on the cusp of becoming something super grand. It can only snowball from here. So you're coming into a world that my generation can't even conceive, let alone my dad's generation, which is the baby boomer. My dad's generation is the baby boomer, and yeah, and he's very, very typical of a baby boomer. Absolutely 100%. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there, that in every way, shape, and form that makes me a Generation X, me loving CDs, me loving video games, and and all that, and all the things that growing up in that era, because Gen X is between the years of 1965 to 1980. So yeah, that's the generation I truly am. I grew up on Kiss. I grew up on, like, yeah. I'm a '70s kid. Like, if you grew up on stuff like Three's Company, like, I don't know why that first came to my head. All that, like, the Osmonds, the Jackson Fives, the when Michael Jackson was like doing Just Ben. That's like knowing Michael Jackson before Thriller. And yeah, okay. I digress. I'm going to get off of this subject now. Something else I kind of wanted to talk about is this year's Chinese horoscope. Okay, when it comes to the other, like the normal horoscope, like the Capricorn and Cancer, because I'm a Capricorn, but that type of horoscope of being, whether you're a Taurus or a Pisces or so on and so forth, that's not really that accurate that I've ever noticed. I would never follow that. But if you really look into your Chinese horoscope, whether you're born in the year of the dragon, which is this year, we've had the New Year's on February 10th. The Chinese New Year, I think, was February 10th, around that time. And so, yeah, we are now in the year of the dragon, okay? I was born the year of the dog, and that is so fitting. That is so fitting of me to be the year of the dog, because if I had a tail, it'd be wagging most of the time. I'm a happy dog, I'm not one of those vicious dogs. I'm pretty housebroken. But I have that tenaciousness of a dog. When I grab onto a bone, I don't want to let it go. you know. But I'm a friendly dog. I'm a super friendly dog. I'm not one of those dogs that are I'm not one of those guard dogs or vicious dogs. Or no, I'm a friendly dog. I'm man's best friend. But we are now in the year of the dragon. I can prosper. I can prosper financially. I can get ahead, and it's all. But I have to be proactive. I need to, my creativity might be stifled this year because of being in the year of the dragon. But as long as I focus on just like working towards creating my channel, like that's what I'm going to be focusing on, creating my channel, getting it a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger each month or each day. Whenever I can improve upon it, I'm going to do that. I don't mind making like a little bit of a longer video here and there, So like if I want to do a random ramble video every once in a while, I'm going to do it. Like I've been trying to find certain structures and certain time things. Like when it comes to my recommendations, that's going to be every 2 weeks, which is this Friday coming up, which I'm going to offer a new recommendation. Quickly review what was recommended 2 weeks ago. So this Friday coming up, I will be doing a video where I will be doing a new recommendation. On Mondays we were doing the cover wars, but that's coming to a close very soon. We're reaching the end of it for the final winner, so that's done. But yeah, well, to kind of get back on the year of the dog, okay, for a moment, I kind of got sidetracked for a second, but I want to get back to the year of the dog, just to say that that my year coming up for the year of the dog will be around 2030 to 2031, because I was born on January 7th, 1971, which puts me right at the end of the dog year, just before the next Chinese New Year would have started, because the Chinese New Year is not at the same position as our New Year is. So like it's a little ahead. So for years I thought that that it was like that I was a different sign, because if you look, it would say the dog was 1970, which is technically right because the majority of the year of the dog is 1970. But where I was born at January 7th, still really early in the year, and it hasn't transitioned over to the new Chinese year, I'm at the very tail end of the dog year. So although it would say 2030, technically, because the majority of the dog year, the next dog year will be the 2030, because me, I will be turning 60 in 2031. 2031 I will be turning 60, and when I turn 60, it will still technically be in the year of the dog. So I will be turning 60 on my strong year. Well, at the tail end of that year. But that year, the whole entire year of 2030, pretty much will be my year, the majority of it. Okay, just wanted to kind of throw that out there. And so, yeah, I will be doing why I'm doing a video today is because I didn't go and do my taxes today. I'm actually going to wait until Friday, which is my day off from work. That way there I can still do my taxes and provide you with a video, or even maybe two, because I don't have to go to work that day. So I'll attempt to try to give you a couple of videos that day. So I'd be able to give you a video every day this week. If there's a day where I won't give you a video, it will be Sunday. Yeah, and again, if I have a chance to give you a video on Sunday, I will. But yeah. So one last thing before I let you go, because it's not too much of I just kind of wanted to tackle, just to kind of briefly touch upon those little subjects. But the last thing I wanted to say was my last video, my hot chicken video that I ate. I did a little test at the end of the video where I wanted to see if I can kind of talk low. Yeah, kind of talk low and give you a little bit of a different vibe, and that way there I can give you a video at night and not bug my awesome, wonderful roommate who's just been wonderful. I really don't want to be disturbing him. So if I can just kind of go low and talk at this volume, I might be able to give you some extra content at night, but only but I don't want it just to be about nonsense or anything. I want to be able. I want to talk about some important things when I do that. So kind of look forward of those popping in and out here and there within the next week or so. I'll be probably adding some of those in there at night after work, where I can kind of talk very low and I won't be and I'll figure out a way of maybe whispering like this. How about this? If I was whispering like this, does this work? Yeah, let me try this and see if this works. Maybe not directly onto it, so I don't want to blow any air onto the mic. But if I whisper like this, how well can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly enough? So if I get one of my whisper videos, that could be a thing. So okay, let's go back to normal volume for now because I don't have to whisper now. We're during the afternoon. Well, anyway, that's it for me for now. I just kind of want to talk about a couple of things that was on my mind. I kind of made a little list, like a bullet points of the topics I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so that's it. And like I say, look forward to some more videos all week, except for maybe Sunday. And I might as well put the mic back. As always, please, everyone, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everyone, have a great day, evening, night, even morning, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.